Hey guys, TechNoman here with the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to show you how to tell if someone blocked your number. Now, finding out if someone has blocked your number or not, even on any device, it's kind of a little bit tricky here, and we'll explain why. But generally, if you go through this process that we talk about, you pretty much can tell if you've been blocked or not. So let's get started. So the first thing is, when it comes to texting, is most likely you're going to be trying to text someone. When you do text someone, right, generally, if they have an iPhone, and you have an iPhone, what happens is when you send something, it goes from blue and it says delivered, and sometimes they might have red. But when you see that delivered, that means your number is good, it's not blocked. But in some cases, for example, we'll show you in a scenario where if you get the green thing, so I'm going to turn off iMessage, for example, here. If someone had an Android or someone was trying to text someone, right? So you can't even send this text. But if it were to be green, right, if this bubble was green instead of a blue, that doesn't necessarily mean that they blocked you. Sometimes it goes green because they might have their iMessage turned off. They might move from an iPhone to maybe an Android or other Android device that doesn't have iMessage. They might just not have cellular data at the time or Wi-Fi, because iMessage works when they have internet. If they don't have internet for some reason on their phone, it might not go as an iMessage, which will make it send as a text. Now, the other thing could be they could be in a dead zone, or possibly dead zone area where they don't get phone service, or if they just don't have service or their service shut down. And you also want to check that your service didn't shut down as well, like if you're using your internet or Wi-Fi isn't working. So those are a lot of things to kind of worry about and think about. So necessarily green doesn't mean you're blocked, but there's some things to consider. But if you're getting delivered and red like back, most likely if you get delivered at the minimum, you're not blocked. But the other way to really tell if you're blocked is by actually trying to call them. So one of the very first indicator is if you try to call someone and it goes straight to voicemail, that's a pretty good sign that you might be blocked. Again, that might be that you're blocked, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're blocked. The reason why I'm explaining that you might be blocked is, again, they might be not having phone service at the area they're in and the phone call isn't going through. But that's one indicator to look out for if it goes straight to voicemail. Now, the other thing is, if you're having issues, the one thing you can do is some carriers will allow you to do what's known as a *67 and then followed by the person's number, which will make your caller ID show as no caller ID, and it will go through if you're blocked. If it goes through with the *67 but not without it, that means that you're blocked as well. Now, the other thing you can do if you're having all these issues is generally call from another phone number. If you have a friend or family that has a phone, just use their number to call the number you're trying to reach. And if they pick up, of course, and they don't pick up on your call, or it goes straight to voicemail, most likely you're blocked. So those are a couple ways to check out if you've been blocked on iPhone. Again, it's a little bit tricky, but hopefully you guys found this tips helpful. If so, please make sure to like and subscribe, but also hear from you guys if you have a better way to tell if you're blocked as well. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.